Okay, we're joined here by SVSU head football coach Jim Collins here to give us a little update on how the spring practice has been going so far. And Coach, could you just speak to the overall maybe atmosphere and how you believe the practice has been going for the team in here?
Well, first of all, I think our guys have really responded all winter and now 8 practices through the spring to the challenge they're going to have in the fall. So I think the energy's been awesome. I think our guys are very focused during practice. We've been physical, which is a good thing, and we've also shown a lot of playmaking ability. We're getting better every day. I think there's a lot on our young guys, especially to learn the offense and the defense in the spring, but everyone seems focused, getting after it in the meetings and the practice, and to have this facility to be able to do the things we're doing right now indoors has been awesome.
Installed a new defense last year, new defensive coordinator. It seems like talking to the guys, they're really starting to get used to a lot of the little things, really starting to, Coach Gonzaga started to implement. Can you talk about that a little bit for us?
Well, you know, if you look at our defense last year, it was improved over 2013, so I think the change definitely gave us an advantage defensively, and I think we're getting more and more comfortable. The expectations are high. Coach Gonzaga has set very high expectations, and our players at this point understand what they have to do to meet those expectations, and they've worked extremely hard to get there. And I'll say this too about our defensive guys. They're starting to play a lot faster, and that's what happens when you get to know something. You start playing fast, you get to the football faster, and you start making more plays.
And that's talking to Coach Griffin. He said on the offensive side of the ball, things were getting to be going really fast too for you guys. So, I mean, a lot of young guys last year, they're starting to get more experience. Just speak to how that helps out as well.
Well, at this point, you know, we're miles ahead of where we were last spring, and I think that has to do with the fact that our guys have grown up. They know the offense better. They understand the tempo and the execution level we have to be at, and they want to meet that every single day in practice. The thing that I'm really impressed with is the fact that our young guys have taken the challenge, and they don't look like young guys anymore. They're starting to look like veterans.
Okay, just a few things you think the team's really going to focus on improving up until the spring game coming up on the 18th for you guys?
Well, we keep talking about the same thing. We're chasing perfection in the spring. Without a football game to plan for, what we want to do is get as good at our fundamentals and our assignments as we possibly can and not be satisfied with anything but perfection on every single play. It's extremely hard to attain perfection. We all know that. But if we're chasing it, that's the goal we have right now, and I think our players have really responded and have to keep responding to it.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach, and we'll catch up with you at the end of spring here.
Thanks, Eric.
Tyler, how's practices going in general here for the springtime workouts for you guys?
It's been going good. I think we got a pretty good jump start with winter conditioning, putting stuff in, and really with speed workout stuff. But it's been going good. We're fast, efficient, got a lot of stuff in, and it looks pretty good right now. And it's still early on, so we're all pretty excited.
One thing I noticed right from the start for this year is I know last year you guys' first time practicing, there's about an inch of snow on the field you're out playing in. Certainly wasn't the case this year. How about this facility? What do you guys like about being in here?
No, this has been great. I remember last year we're winter conditioning inside, in shoes and just getting shin splints, and here we're out here working on speed, and it's just such a difference making already. We're so much faster than we were. Not to mention spring ball. I remember day one spring ball last year. We're out here breaking ice, and it's just so much better to get in here warm, 70 degrees like Coach always says, and it's a great day every day indoors. So it's been phenomenal.
You on the offensive end, what are you looking for? What are you guys really working on improving? Maybe here until the spring game on the 18th, and then really executing in that game for you guys.
Yeah. Well, we switched up some things, and we've been putting in a good amount of different tweaks and stuff, and it's all looked really good. It's stuff that we're all really good running fast. We're going to be up tempo this year, and we're going to be moving the ball. And it's going to be good. It's going to be fun to watch. And you're right. It's all about execution, and every day, and especially in the spring game, we're going to look to execute every play.
All right, so Coach, this is your second week into the spring practice, and so far, how do you think your team has looked as a whole, and what are you guys looking to accomplish so far in these spring practices?
We're looking pretty good. The offense is playing a lot faster, and we're executing better. Receivers, I'm the receivers coach this year. We still got a little bit of ways to go, but we're working our way up. We're trying to climb the hill, and right now we're a little low, but we're going to climb it in the execution by August. And that's our goals.
So, if you could just touch on the transition from the running backs coach to the wide receivers coach.
It's a little different, but I played running back all my career, and I coached running back all my career. Going to the outside is an exciting step for me. It'll boost my career to the next level. But I think those guys are doing good for me, and they're working hard. We're relaxing. We're bringing the fun into the game. And then we just have to make sure we catch the ball and execute and score touchdowns and bring the fun bunch back.
That's good, Coach. Now, this is my second time coming out here, and you guys have had a lot of high energy and high intensity. What's behind that?
I think the shorter practices, we're moving, period to period. High energy, coaches are high energy, special teams are high energy, and we keep the kids up to get them on the field and off the field as fast as we can, and I think that's helping out pretty good for us.
Yeah, and you see, you guys seem to be having a little bit of fun too at the same time, you know, with that. Is that helping, you know, I guess?
Absolutely. We got to bring the fun back. I don't think last year we had fun. So, you know, going with the coaches, we're keeping the energy up and making us have fun.
All right, Coach, this is your second week into spring practice now so far. What do you think? How do you like the team, and how do you think they've been looking so far?
I think so far we've been looking pretty good. We've been taking steps forward each day, getting better, progressing. I'm really liking what we're doing on both sides of the ball. I think our offense is taking steps forward at the skill position, the O-line, and the same with the defense. I think we've looked pretty good up front with the defensive line and also with the back seven at the linebackers and in the secondary.
This is my second time coming out to you guys' practice, and you guys seem to have some high intensity going on there. So what's behind all that?
We just try to focus on having high energy, right? You know, if you have that high energy level, you know, that carries over to, you know, each period throughout practice. And as a result, our guys are intense. You know, they're physical and they're intense, you know, and that's what we kind of preach, intensity and physicality.
Thanks, Coach. And how are you liking the new field house?
It's great. I mean, at this time last year, we would have been outside in 20-degree weather. So having this, it helps us out a lot. Our guys got to use it to their advantage throughout the entire winter conditioning. And the work that they put in the winter is actually showing off right now during spring ball.
Matt, what's your take on how practice has been going overall for the defense here?
So far, we've been doing a pretty good job. You know, last year we installed a new defense, and we weren't that familiar with what we were doing exactly. You know, we were working hard getting our film book, but now everything is clicking. You know, we're gaining communication skills. You know, with everybody working together, and it's been going good. Everything's been going good.
Okay, I mean, just talk a little bit about maybe the little things that, you know, you're not used to, that you really have to adjust to when you get a new defense. You know, maybe a lot of people think, well, maybe it's not that tough, but what are some of the things that really make it tough when you transfer defenses like that?
Just simple techniques, because last year or the year before when we had another defensive coordinator, Charles Stepsis, we did something different with our feet. Our feet were lined up, you know, with our outside foot up, and now our inside foot is up. And it's just simple things, you know, getting outside leverage versus getting inside leverage, when to go, when to roll down, certain just little specific things that we have to work on that we have to get used to. And that was the hardest part for us last year. And now we're getting it, and it's just clicking, and everything's going good.
Okay, what are some of the things the team's really focusing on polishing up and getting ready for the spring game coming up on the 18th?
As a defense, communication is what it is. Communication, because how our defense works is everybody's working together. Basically, if one person's doing something, somebody else is doing something that affects what somebody else is doing. So everything works together, and we're just doing it as a team and a unit, and that's our point of emphasis.
All right, I appreciate the time, Matt. Thanks a lot. Okay, we're joined here by SVSU linebacker Dwight Trammer. Give us a little look on the SVSU defense, how things have been going for the spring. And Dwight, what's your overall perception of how practice has been going for you guys?
It's been going great lately. We had a couple rocky practices in the beginning, but we've been doing better, getting better. And overall, as a defense, since we implemented it last year, we got so much better and learned little things about the defense that make us better. So I think it's been going good.
What does a facility like this mean for you guys especially? I know I talked to Tyler and brought up you guys' first practice last year, you were out playing in the snow. You know, yeah. I saw videos of your kickers trying to kick through a few inches of snow, but how nice is it to know, even when there is adverse weather like we've had this year so far, you can always come in here and get a full practice in?
Yeah, it's great because outside it's real chilly out there. So it's good we can come in here and get some work in, and we got this great facility. I'm glad we're using it. It's been great so far.
Okay, on the defensive end for you guys, Cardinals, what are you guys really looking on, focusing to really get ready for the spring game, and you're really looking to execute in that game on the 18th?
I think we got to finish. We got to finish. We didn't finish a lot last year. We had a couple games where we could have won the game ourselves, and we didn't finish. So I think our big thing is execution. So I think we got to work on that and just work on the little things. We sometimes miss assignments, miss plays and stuff like that. We just got to clean up, and I think we're doing a good job of that this spring.
All right, thanks, Dwight. Appreciate your time.
I appreciate it.
All right, Coach, this is your second week of practice. So far, how do you think the team is looking?
Well, we're moving in the right direction. That's always what you want to see. Offensively, defense, I coach the offense and special teams, but you see some good things out of the defense too. So I've been impressed with that. So I like the way the kids are playing. I like the energy and the urgency we're playing with. You're always going to have things that we've got to improve, technical things, schematic things, but what you really see is the kids hungry, and that's what we should be at this point. Special teams, I've really been happy. We've got a really good battle going on in the kicking position. Our long snappers have really stepped up and improved, which is what we need, and I think Andrew's doing a really nice job punting the football too. So as far as that group, I've been really pleased with those guys, as well as the whole offense and defense as a whole, including my group, the running backs and the tight ends.
You mentioned the energy, and the high intensity, but you guys seem to be having a little bit of fun out here too.
Well, we are, and I've got to be honest, the facility helps that. You get a chance to walk right in here and walk right into the places you're going to practice. I think it really helps, but there's also a lot of competition going on, and that's always going to create energy when you've got competition, when you've got kids competing for not only starting jobs, but just to play, to make the bus, just to help us win in general. I think what you're seeing is us creating depth, and that makes it fun. Kids always just want to play, so I think that's been a big part of the energy this spring.